Blam! What's up, man? Lasties! It's cool to have stalkers. Oh, wrong button. Don't touch that. Budka. Hello, Fizzkid. Okay. No. Oh, you motherfucker. Dan Pro, what's up, man? I made my deck more lethal. You know, honestly, I think the ladies would approve. No, not. Ooh, big dicks. Uh-oh. Budka's looking for you now. Okay. Give me that. Danda's family, what's up?
fly. And if you wanna challenge, then you should stop by. We'll take random characters and make them fight. It's tight. Nerdy Effect 3.0. Nerdy Effect, one of my favorite shows. It's the Nerdy Effect 3.0. Nerdy Effect, one of my favorite shows. Yeah, I'm gonna give him a big shout out. Nerdy Effect, it's what it's about. It is so nerdy in every single way. Nerdy Effect, I can watch him all day. Nerdy Effect 3.0. Nerdy Effect, one of my favorite shows. It's the Nerdy Effect 3.0. Nerdy Effect, one of my favorite shows, and it's great.
What's up, Affected? Welcome to the Nerdy Effect. It is Monday. I know. And I do apologize I have to break that news to you, unless you're heroes, because it's Tuesday in Belgium. Hello, Jupiler. But for the rest of the world, it is Monday. That being said, we are almost done with our Monday. Most of you are just getting off work, crawling into a nice, long, comfy nap while you watch me, especially when flag packs are on. Am I right, Vinny? But anyway, longest intro. It is Mr. Skywalker, and you are exactly right. It is sort of dated. Before my break, I talked about wanting to do a brand new intro that is shorter, because that thing, I believe it borders on 3 minutes as the intro time. Now, granted, that is good for me because it gives me more time to prep, more time to get things going, but you guys have to wait 5 minutes before I start it and then another 3 minutes on top of it. So I understand wanting to wait before the actual show starts, and I get it, but I haven't had a chance to do it. I am working on it, I promise you I am, and eventually you will have a brand new intro that is shorter, but my man Tarfinger, the guy who wrote the song that you listen to each and every show, he's actually working on a different, newer version for me. So if you haven't had a chance to subscribe to Tarfinger on YouTube, he actually streamed last night, he streamed last Sunday, and also last Saturday. When he streams, he has all of his equipment in front of him, and he actually starts making up songs. So if you pop in there, oh, you guys all here, awesome. Creeper! But if you guys actually pop in there and say, hey, what's going on, Tar? 90% of the time, he will make up a song about you. So if Flop pops in there, Mr. Flop, he'll be like, oh, well, Flop is the best guy that he'll make up a song, so it's awesome. But in his time, he's also trying to revamp the Nerdy Effect song. So once I get that, then I'm going to create a brand new intro video that's going to be a little bit shorter, and hopefully you guys will enjoy it. But you're exactly right. It is a little outdated and a little long. But that being said, what is going on, Mr. Fizz Kid? Good time for you to join. But it is time to start the Ultra Random Brawl. And actually, this is the last of the tag team round, so you guys are going to do a lot of writing. But for tonight, we have a VHS tape and a thong, or VHS, all capital letters, and thong, versus Cheese and Steak, not cheesesteak. Cheese and Steak. So type them in how you see it. What's your favorite? Do you like VHS tapes? Are you a classic nostalgia song, bitch? And you like a little bit of thongish, the thong, or do you like meat and cheese, like all those red-blooded Americans? What do you like? Let me know, because I guarantee this is one of those split decisions going on. Whoop, whoop, that's exactly right. Hey, Fatality, Mr. I Am Fatality, I do apologize that I did not see your comment. I am going to run a little odd tonight because the Geist is not here. The Geist is off tonight. Just in general, she's just off tonight, so I'm running solo, so I am definitely not going to be able to catch all your comments tonight, but I'm going to do my damnedest to keep the show moving, keep the show rolling. Sorry about that, Chica, do apologize. Mr., Mrs., y'all, Lewis Fears, how you guys doing? How's the car hunt going? Pretty good? Shy Guy is here, that's exactly right. Shy Guy is also making some shirts. Haven't seen my shirt yet, just saying, Shy Guy. What kind of thong, underwear, or shoe? You don't know. It's honestly your choice. But most of the people, I've heard people call the flip-flop a thong or a sandal a thong. So that's funny that you actually brought that up. But honestly, it lets your imagination run. Do you like VHS tapes and flip-flops? Do you like VHS tapes and actually like thongs on... Generally, I go to women, but I mean, I can see Fizz Kid wanting them on men. I just bought a G.I. Joe VHS tape. That's awesome. Pac-Man, where you been, man? You know I've missed you. Dirty, we know you are. BBI, not a clue what that means. Show up early, comment missed. I saw you, shut up. Guess what? My PS4 camera came in today. About damn time, because I want to see you stream. Speaking of that, pardon me. Been drinking some energy drinks to kind of get my mood up. What are we drinking tonight? We're drinking a Hype. Not a clue. Sandals are things in Australia. Surely, wait, what? Let me finish this off and then we'll get things started. Meanwhile, watch me drink. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we are rocking the Hong Kong flag. If you did not know that, it is a gift that was given to me by the Freddies. Any sign of Cody? Not yet, my friend Matt. But I am going to a toy fair this weekend, so there's a good chance I might find them there. So always keep up hope. What is going on, man? How you doing? Hey, Nerdy. You do dares, right? Oh, God. Maybe. How's your Blackwater? Very good. I haven't finished it yet. It was one of those things that I just didn't finish, but I do have Blackwater left. And my Irn-Bru coming tomorrow. Well, you probably need to stream yourself trying it for the first time. I've been expanding my anime collection. Yeah, with that anime crate, it kind of helps that. Flag points for Heather. There you go. Oh my God, guys. Nerdy just took a sip of a drink. I know, right? No problem, man. I am still on the lookout for it, but I have not come across it. But this weekend, maybe a good shot. You never know how it is. So let's drink some Blackwater on top of it. And that little tree branch looks a little like a tree branch is actually in it. It's getting gooder and gooder. That's a word, I'm sure. Buka has been looking at odd sweats lately. Odd sweets. Aha, I got you. Hell yeah, Angelic. But anyway, make sure you guys vote in the Ultra Random Brawl. So, I've been trying to figure out how to incorporate new and interesting things that aren't just me reading off of a card. Speaking of thongs, and since you do dares... yeah, I'll make sure to watch. There you go. I hope he does. I really do. I found myself Rainbow Six for the PlayStation. Well, you and Shy Guy need to get hooked up. What is that? This is Blackwater. It's actually like good for you. It's like electrolytes and stuff that's in it, but it actually turns out black. Like it's actually like that's the actual consistency of it. It actually tastes exactly like water, but it's supposed to be better for you. You double lame. What's going on, the great Thomas? Oh, wow. I had to wear a thong a while back. Never again. Why did you had to wear a thong? Now, that seems like a conversation we need to start right about now. Rainbow Six is awesome. Yeah, this girl likes it too. I forgot about that. What is going on? RWJSJG. That is a very hard name to say, but I know exactly how you're doing. How you doing, my man? So about that thong. Well, it ain't going to happen tonight, but I tell you what. How about you send me a thong, and I'll wear it? Deal? There we go. Fatality Water. There you go. If the thong wins, will you wear one? It's not about if I wear one, if this wins or not. I'll probably wear a thong regardless. Mom jeans go well with thong. What's going on, Amber Hillman? What's that thing with the crown on? That is my side sheep. That is my co-hostess with the mostest. She actually has 3 little figures in her rectal cavity. That's because that's where they belong. But that's side sheep. She's been there for over a year. That is my co-host. And honestly, when I'm feeling overwhelmed or the chat gets a little too fast, I turn to my co-host with the mostest, and she actually, gets me through it. And that's not just the anal, contractions she does for me. How you feel about new Spider-Man and Aunt May? All right, let's do it, okay? So, for those of you who don't know, Civil War, Marvel's Captain America Civil War launched on Thursday. I'm not going to give any spoilers, but a lot of people want my review. A lot of people wanted my review with Batman vs. Superman, but I haven't seen it. Still haven't seen it. I know. But yeah, okay, it's a good time to bring it up, Pac-Man. You talking about XX subject facts? I will always do that. Has Side Sheep needed refilling at all? That is meant for a time when we're not on stream. What's good? What's the Sunday heat? How you doing? All right. Captain America Civil War. This is my take on it, and I've tried to sort of fix my thoughts on it. And I know that people haven't seen it yet, Well, you're wearing a thong because I'll send it. I like it. I like it. I'll definitely do it. No problem. All right, so let's do it. I asked a couple of friends of mine today in a chat. I wanted their opinion on Captain America Civil War. And they all said, and these are three guys that I trust, they are far more nerdy than me. One of them actually works for Marvel. One of them has his own comic book shop. So these guys are actually people that I trust with their opinions. And I asked them, what did you guys think of Captain America Civil War? And all three of them said they absolutely loved it. One of them actually said it's his favorite Marvel movie. And I'm like, wow, because my opinion is vastly different than that. Yod! What's going on, my man? Civil War was meh, yeah. The way I felt about it is the action was awesome. The new characters they introduced were amazing. I loved every second that Black Panther was on screen. The suit was awesome. The person they cast to play Black Panther was out of this world. It's going to be awesome when he has his own movie. And all the normal people coming back. I love the fact that they had like Vision and Scarlet Witch back in it. And it was awesome to see these characters on something other than Avengers coming together. But that being said, it started really weird. It didn't have a beginning, you know, and then, I don't know, it went some weird way, and in the end, it didn't have an ending. It didn't feel like it ended for me. It left it open for a cliffhanger, but, like, the way Matrix Reloaded ended, you knew in 6 months you were going to get Matrix Revolutions. You knew that it ended like, oh! Like, you're just like, what's going on? What's going to happen? But you had 6 months, and that's it. You're going to find out what's going to happen. But this, you don't know where they're going to go with it. They left it so widely, randomly open to the world that you don't know where it's going to end up. And it doesn't feel like a complete movie to me. It felt like they just stopped. And when you're 2.5 hours into a movie and you don't have an ending, just don't make the fucking movie. It just made me so angry. Ring make evil genius. That's about right for me. Black Panther was me. Oh, well, that makes sense then. You've been working out, my friend. Oh my God, Nerdy is getting the mode about talking about Civil War. Black Panther's got moves. No, Black Panther was amazing. It really was. It blew me away when he actually was on screen for the first time. I was like, oh, they said you talk. Oh, it's awesome. It's awesome. And I'm trying not to give any spoilers out. But by the end of it, with all the action and all that had happened, it goes, and I'm like, well, give me an ending. And they didn't give me an ending. They gave me two after the credits lead-ins, and, and I'm just like, okay, fine, whatever. Tell us how you really feel. Did you see the DC Popsters? I did see them, and I'm probably going to get a couple of them, and I'll probably hook you up later. I have dyslexia. Me too, man. Still haven't seen. I haven't either. Well, Batman and Superman just came out. I mean, Batman Civil War just came out, so you got time for that. Cheesesteak, I did. But I mean, just for me, it just felt like it fizzled. And the way that I described it earlier was a Roman candle. A Roman candle generally has 10 shots in it, and they go pew pew and launch far and bright boom colors. And that was how Civil War was. Regardless if the beginning wasn't exactly the way I pictured it, it was still awesome, amazing action and cool story, and just boom, boom, boom. And then it got to that 10th shot, which is the finale, which is the end, which gives you that that euphoria lift, like, wow, that was a hell of a ride, but I have an end, and it goes, and just falls out the end of the tube and crosses on the ground. Like, it just didn't have that end like Age of Ultron did, or like Avengers, or hell, even like Winter Soldier did. It just goes, blop, and just falls on the ground, and it felt incomplete. And after 2.5 hours of sitting in the theater wearing these shitty glasses, these new crap 3D glasses that are apparently less plastic and easier to make, after wearing all that, I go, and my my hatred about it, if I have to find one thing to be pissed about, is Aunt May. And this is not a spoiler. Aunt May is 40 years old. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. For all you people, I don't care if you read the comics. I don't care if you've been a Spider-Man fan for your life. You know that Aunt May is at least in her 60s. She's not 40 years old and hot. Marissa Tomei, holy shit. She is a hot, hot woman. And she's Aunt May? No, Aunt May is supposed to be an old, frail woman that Peter Parker is afraid to find out. He's terrified that if Aunt May ever finds out that he is Spider-Man, she will have a heart attack and die in his arms, just like Uncle Ben. Not some 40-year-old girl is going out screwing the mailman. Are you kidding me? That was an epic fail. I don't like the fact that they made Aunt May so damn young. I mean, ridiculously young. And they joke about it like, oh, she's like the hottest aunt ever. She's like, what? Ants can't be young? Yes, ants can be young, but Aunt May is a stable character that has been around forever, and she's 40. Come on, Marvel. Seriously, you're better than this. Sally Field is hot. Sally Field is old, but at least she fits the part. I didn't really like her as Aunt May, but it's acceptable. Nerdy, tell a funny joke. I'm out of jokes. I'll put something big in Aunt May. Charter team, how to see a 3D have awesome and already in 2D. It was better in 2D. I bet it was better at 2D, but I didn't have an option. We got there, time. It was like 10 minutes difference between the 2D and 3D, and the 2D had already sold out, so I'm like, all right, fine, I'll do this. She's gotten younger with every series. She really has. She's like the reverse Benjamin Button, but pissing me off because Spider-Man is part of me. I love Spider-Man. Now, the kid, granted, is really, really young, but Peter Parker was young when he got bit. I think he was like 15 when he got bit by the spider originally. So it kind of fits, and I really like him as Spider-Man. It's acceptable. It's not Andrew Garfield, which would have been perfect because he's already in it. But overall, it's fine. His quick banter was hilarious. It was awesome. He fought in the airport scene, and it was really, really cool, and I like how he did what he did without giving any spoilers away. Jizzy pissed yet? I'm not pissed. I just wish there was more to the movie. It just felt like it was just bleh. It just bleh at the end of it. Now, like I said, these guys that I asked, they are, die-hard comic fans. They know all about it. And for anybody to be on my side, I was kind of expecting one of them to say, well, yeah, you're right. But all of them were just totally against me. And I hate myself that I didn't love it. I really do. But Nerdy 40 is ancient to tweens. Okay, but it doesn't matter. It's the fact of Aunt May is an old woman, and if she ever found out that Peter Parker was Spider-Man, it would kill her. That's the point. A 40-year-old's gonna be like, well, fine, that's what I was doing when I was, your age. I mean, seriously. Yo mama's so fat, she's seen a bus full of white people and said, catch that Twinkie. Little racist, but I like it. I like the petrol tanker Ant-Man. Oh, yeah. I mean, it had great stuff, but I'd be your mailman, I know. Can you talk about the Battlefield 1 trailer? I cannot talk about the Battlefield 1 trailer because I am not a Battlefield fan and I don't care about Battlefield. But if you want to talk about it, go right ahead. That's what this is over for. New Wolverine movie is rated R, saying producers. I heard that. I'll just wait to see it. But again, Wolverine... They seem to not know what they're doing with Wolverine. I love Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. I don't picture anybody else on this planet playing Wolverine. He is the perfect fit for Wolverine. That being said, Wolverine standalone movies have they're awful. They really are. X-Men Origins was utter crap. I mean, it was horrific on all points. There was nothing good about it except for Gambit, which didn't even matter anyway because they didn't even factor him in anything else. And then you get... what was the second one? I don't even remember what the hell the other Wolverine was because the greatest bad guy was Silver Samurai. And he didn't even come in until the very end. And he fought a bunch of ninjas and some weird Japanese girl. And it was just pointless. Like, that whole movie was pointless. Now they're like, let's do Wolverine 3. Let's not. Let's just not. Oh my God. Nerdy is ranting. That's going to happen, I know. Next up is X-Men Apocalypse. I think that X-Men Apocalypse is going to be really, really well received because the last two X-Men have been really, really good. I've enjoyed both of them. Future Past was amazing. I didn't like Quicksilver. I thought Quicksilver was a craptastic child, but that was the only thing I could find flawed in it. And if you can find that only one flaw in that movie, I think it's fine. So Apocalypse, I think it's good, especially after the color correction from pink to blue or purple to blue. Janet Jackson is 50 and still hot. This is not a debate about what woman is an age and hot. I don't care that she's hot. I care that she's not 60 to 80 years old, which is what Aunt May is supposed to be. I will not be watching over my dad. Okay. You should talk about Star Wars. Well, I love Star Wars. That's something that's going to bring the mood back down. Ooh, Daisy. That moment Apocalypse says everything they've built will fall. Yes, I know, right? I know. But overall, I'm not going to talk about Call of Duty. I don't know. I was a huge Black Ops 2 fan, and that was about it. Modern Warfare kind of bleh for me. I didn't get Black Ops 3 because Fallout is better as far as that stuff goes. What's going on, your momminess? How are you doing? Until there's a Gambit and hotter Rogue. Yeah, I think Rogue, they pretty much pick, like, one of the ugliest women in Hollywood to be Rogue, and I'm just like, what a crappy choice. You're right, Jizzy. It's Spider-Man Law. I mean, it's not, like I said, Sally Field is at least in the realm of an Aunt May age. But when she's on there, I'm just like, no, she is way too hot to be Aunt May. And the thing is, they can't fix it now. It's already been cast. Spider-Man Homecoming is going to be shot and made with Marissa Tomei as Aunt May. What's going on, Joker? How you doing, man? What's up, Dockside? Dockside actually took the time to get in my show. Holy crap. I am honored. Hey, Nerdy, can I friend you? Friend me always, my man. Have you found in Fallout the pyramid? Not a clue what you're talking about. You're talking about the thing in the, down in the, wasteland down there? Mr. Raven 6, what do I owe the honor, my friend? I've been back for 3 shows, and you haven't came in. What the hell's going on? Where you been? Add me on PS4, guys. Add this guy right there. I got to see if I still got my first X-Men movie on VHS. So there you go. Go check it out. Mike Watkins. What's going on, Mike Watkins? How you doing, my man? How long has it been, my friend? Because, I mean, Raven, I mean, that dude couldn't show up for my comeback show. I mean, seriously, how long has it been for you? Has it just been one show, or has it been, like, 20? In the glowing sea, thank you. My brain's moving really fast. I'm a little pissed off about Aunt May. By the time they finish with Tomei, she'll be 80. I wish. Mrs. Freddy's ready. What's going on, girl? How you doing? Were the female actors, models looking for some meat on them? What? I don't know what you're talking about. Revan Hyrule, how are you doing, my man? Welcome to the show. In the glowing sea. Yes. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought it was. Yeah, I have found it. Battlefield 1 is going to kick Call of Duty Infinite Wars. Oh, there you go, right there. Gamerman just called it, and his name is actually Game Man. So, I mean, what does that tell you? There he is. But anyway, welcome to the show. If you guys have not voted, make sure you vote in the Ultra Random Ball. A VHS and a thong versus cheese and steak. Not cheese steak and not a VHS thong. It's a VHS tape and a thong and cheese and steak. And we are on YouTube, so you type it in how you see it with them capital letters and them spaces. So, since a few people have decided to come and hang out, let's do this new segment and see if this banner works. Meat. You calm down. You got some ice cream? Why don't you share? But anyway, the question of the day. And I've been trying to figure out how I want to do these questions based on everything. Claire, what's going on, girlie? So my question is, if the world was actually, all right, I'm trying to phrase it properly. There you go. What happened to Power Plug? I don't know. What happened to Power Plug? Ray was hot in Star Wars. I totally agree with you. All right, so the question of the day is, if you lived in like a superhero type world, okay? Now, it doesn't matter if you're a DC fan or an anime fan, Marvel fan, or whatever, but if there were heroes like that, like say you're a normal person and there is Superman, like you actually can see Superman, you talk and read about Superman, and he fights major villains that come to Earth and all that. Like say you actually lived in that, okay? Now, this is going back to Civil War. Would you agree with actually having like regulations and protocols of your government actually telling Superman it's okay to go and fight that? Or are you against it and say, no, Superman should have to go and deal, and this is, I'm just using Superman as an example, it doesn't matter who you're talking about, but actually, who do you think, do you actually think that that the government should actually have control over heroes. That's my question, you guys. Carrie Fisher on the slave outfit or Ray? Well, now Carrie Fisher then or Carrie Fisher now? Ray was hot. Patrick, I'd poker. I would actually pay for that VHS tape, honestly. So I'm trying to phrase the question. Like, just, you know, if Superman was real, would you want your government to regulate if he had to step in to save the world? Or would it be okay for the bad guy to start crumbling your city before the government goes, well, we should probably call Superman? That's my question. Hot Rod, Mr. Samir, how you doing, my man? Welcome to the show. But so that's sort of the question, because it actually based off of Civil War, and that's the, you know, it's kind of, they want to keep people with powers and abilities and special in check. They want to keep them at their disposal and only needed, that way they don't drop a building on somebody. No, they need to focus on good deeds instead of collateral damage. Okay. No, they should not. Government should, no, the government should never control superheroes. No. The government shouldn't control them. Okay, see that's kind of where I was that's kind of what I was banking on. However, I am Team Stark. I agree they need to be, you know, sort of like regulated, but not by the government. That's how they kind of did it in Civil War. It's not really a spoiler, but that's how they did it in Civil War. Is they think that the government or this world government should actually say, "Oh, it's time for the Avengers to go, so okay, let's let them go," instead of them actually stepping in. Just protect me. It could be Infinite Universe. I would love to be. And, oh, don't leave me in suspense. Superheroes should be free, no government. Right, okay, now the question is, to balance that out, if, say a loved one of yours was actually killed while the, let's use Superman in this example. Say Superman was saving Metropolis, and your loved one was in Metropolis, and a truck fell on her, okay? And we'll use a her, but a truck fell on your loved one while Superman was defending Metropolis against something. Now, would you as a person blame Superman, or who would you blame? What's going on, Liswitz? How you doing, my man? I think they should let them do their job, just have some limitations. They seem recklessly, you know, if they fight people, I do. Thunderbolt, like he's cool hand. What? Stop that, Fizz Kid. I don't have a clue what you're talking about. So, but there are two sides of the coin, you know. It's like, you know, somebody you actually know, yeah, I'm back. Beard talks too much. Well, that's normal. First of all, superheroes don't come to the hood. Well, I'm sure they do. I'm sure they do. I think it would be necessary, unfortunately. You think it would be necessary for them to be regulated. Okay, I got you. I'd blame the villain and not the one trying to help. Exactly. Mr. Andy, how you doing? No, yeah, that's Andy. How you doing, man? Tell Superman to turn back time. Yeah, he can fly around the earth and spin it backwards. I forgot about that. I used to be a Powerpuff Girl for Chick-fil-A. I've seen it. I've seen those pictures. Buy life insurance. Well, that's smart. Thunderbolt Ross, nutty red guy, not the voice of reason. It would suck, but some have to die to save the rest of the world. There you go. Superhero insurance required, and it's expensive. Oh, I totally agree. Now, here's the reverse of it. Say that you're a superhero. Say Fizz Kid and all you guys that are in here, say you're a superhero. Doesn't matter what your power is. Say you're a superhero, okay? And you're fighting your arch nemesis in your city. For Pac-Man, apparently it's the Hood. So you're fighting your arch nemesis in your city, and maybe, you know, he does a laser blast, okay, and then you move out of the way, it cuts a building in half, the building falls and kills 4 people. Where do you deal with the guilt? Do you have to live with the guilt? You know, because there's a lot of that, and you could see it a while ago playing throughout Tony Stark's head. I would be master of time and space in that world. There you go. I like your flag. I love my flag. Hey, Nerdy Ginger, Mr. Swap Meat. How you doing, my man? Don't get me wrong. I love Mr. Beer. He just talks a lot. He talks a lot anyway. I have a tax disc up to date. What? Does Iron Suit have a tax disc? I don't know. Nope, because I'm dead. More people would die. My gay cousin Luke Skywalker says he's a superhero. He is a superhero. I mean, technically, you know, using the Force is a superpower, right? I don't know if we're just crossing the lines or not. I'd be super bitch if I was a superhero. Gotta go. Gotta do homework. Mr. Skywalker, get you some homework, man. And if I do find it, I will get in touch with you. I'll just kick his ass. Right, no tall buildings in the hood. Right, but okay, they flip a tanker truck and it kills 2 people. Do you live with the guilt, or are you okay with it because you still stop the villain in the process? There's the next question. It was fate. They died for justice. I'd be a wizard and raise the dead. That's that's bad. That's bad. That's not a good thing. Love the shirt, Reservoir Dogs, and it's Ripped Apparel. That is Ripped Apparel. We opened it on, I believe it was last Wednesday's show. And if you look close, it actually is all the Transformers. It's got Megatron and Soundwave and Starscream and all those on it. Civil War made a made-up world way more real with the problems. No, you're exactly right. They really did. That's why I love The Incredibles. Well, so, I mean, the thing is, you saved your city, but a few people perished in the process of you saving your city. Do you live with the guilt, or is it okay because you defeated the bad guy and stopped him from doing more harm to more people? There's your question. Not, why do you love The Incredibles? What a weird... Why did the bad guy not cop the... Oh, I missed it. Depends on the... greater good. Well, I mean, I don't know if it depends on the greater good. You stop the bad guy from doing worse stuff, but random civilians died in the process. Super fatality. I will mix with Carrie Freddy. Contact fish in the back in time. Change shit. Oh, okay, there you go. And M. Bison. What? I feel bad, but the bad guy did it, not me. That's exactly right. So, but the thing is, do you actually, is it okay to you? You know, that's my question. Need to take it out of the city? Yeah, you do, but you can't always do that, though. Spock said it best. Kill the villain in the past before he did more. You guys are trying to change some stuff. That's not how it works. You can't spin the Earth backwards, all right? That's not going to happen. Just take the fight into space. But what if you can't breathe into space? Just have to live with it. There you go. I think that's honestly the best answer so far, is that, you know, you did your best, but it just, I mean, you couldn't save everybody, so you just have to kind of live with it and do better next time. Is that some kind of life lesson? Did we learn that? Guilty for, but some must be sacrificed for good. I think that's a good answer, Flop. I really do. If I can't save everybody, have justice. I knew what you meant. Many outweigh the need of the few. That's right. There's the Spock. There's the Spock reference. Exactly. Robots. What's up, Robert Johnson? I think part of being saved the people is learning to cope with you can't save everybody. That's very good. I love that. The same way if the innocent died in a shootout with cops. Yeah, I mean, you're right. Yeah, there's always innocent bystanders. But, like, I think that it's so weird that they based Civil War around all that. But most people swing to the side of, well, I mean, they were just in the wrong place at the wrong time. It's not really the hero's fault. And honestly, like, Civil War, a lot of it takes a place of talking about what happened in New York City and what happened in, I can't remember the place, in Age of Ultron. But, I mean, think about it. If Ultron would have dropped the big, weird, you know, Earth bomb, he would have destroyed the entire Earth. Only a few people passed, whereas the entire Earth would have been destroyed if he had. Same way with New York City, you know, if he would have let those monsters just keep on going, it'd have been really, really bad, you know. But they're actually fighting with themselves in their head on top of fighting with themselves. You know, literally. I wonder if Shao Kahn is my father. Maybe. See, could do better at not wrecking. I have the power of Carrie, Freddy. Why Carrie? Why is Carrie on there? Do you like? That's just weird. I don't know. And you're Scobie. Okay, thank you. I could not remember that. War, in most part, makes money. Well, I mean, that's not really the debate. But, I mean, I agree. I know what you meant, Heroes. The big innocent in Civil War did remind me of the main one that happens in the comics. Yeah, it kind of was the same. It was kind of the same deal. And like I said, my main real problem with Civil War is that it just didn't end. Like, they just went, and, you know, if they would have just made an ending, it would have been better to me. I'll kill the bad guys. I like it. So, that's the question of the day. I know it's a little personal, a little difficult. You know, it's not easy. But hopefully from now on, the question of the day will actually move a little bit differently. But anyway, make sure you guys vote. VHS tape and a thong, cheese and steak. One of them's going to be moving on with them capital letters and them spaces. And actually, after tonight, we're done with the tag team rounds. And then we move on back to 2-on-2 or 1-on-1 all the way. They should just have tea parties and talk it out. I agree. I have telekinesis. Shh, I'm moving your pops. Look behind you. I don't have to look behind me because I can look right into the TV. Does that scare you? Huh? Like I said, I tried to talk myself out of loving or out of not liking Civil War and talk myself into loving it. And in the end, I just, maybe I need to see it again. That may be another thing. Not pretty enough to sway the vote like you, young mommy. Oh, Drew Baca land the pipe. Wait, hang on. By the way, Freddie says hi. He's too busy eating cotton candy and ice cream. That sounds absolutely delicious, and I don't blame him a damn bit. My cousin got married a few weeks ago. Oh, awesome. Congratulations to your cousin. I like tea parties. Civil War should just been some flipping through the comic books would have been way better. I don't know if it would have been way better, but I don't know. It's not perfect, but it's fun. I mean, the fight scenes are amazing, and I love all the characters they introduced. There's nothing against that. It's just that it just didn't end. I don't know. We already talked about it. Might be related to Chaka Khan. I don't think that's right either. I think that's actually completely wrong. All right, let me find this. Okay, let's do this right before we wrap up the Ultra Random Brawl, and it is one of my favorites. Welcome to today. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today. Today is May 9th, and what is May 9th to you? It is Lost Sock Memorial Day. Oh, I know. Kool-Aid Party. There you go. Oh my God, George Bush. What's up? I like women in boy shorts, not thongs. Well, that's your preference, so vote for whatever you want. VHS is childhood, that's right. So today is Lost Sock Memorial Day. Lost Sock Memorial Day recognizes your drawer full of unmatched socks. Each unmatched sock represents a missing sock. We never throw away our unmatched socks after all. It may show up someday, and that's absolutely true. Honestly, I've misplaced a few socks here and there and just matched them up in general because I don't care if my socks match or not. But you know that one of them's like a little thinner because it's been washed so many times, so you like mix it up with a thick sock, you're like, whatever, and go with it. But today we take recognition and go, we look back on all those we've lost. Lost Sock Memorial Day, we suggest you spend a little time, little as possible that is, searching for those missing socks. After a very brief search, in a good memorial spirit, spend a minute reflecting upon how warm and comfy those missing socks were on your stinky toes. We encourage you to use this special day to toss out all of your unmatched socks. Let's face it, you're never going to find the missing one. So there you go. Today is Missing Sock Day. So there you go. Maybe you learned a little something. Maybe you didn't. Maybe you fell asleep like Vinny. Maybe it's like, what up, basketball? I don't know. My socks never match. Mine don't either because I'm a dude and I don't care. As long as my feet are covered while I have shoes, I'm good. If not, it's barefoot season. Moment of silence for the socks. Okay, that's enough. I'm actually wearing Air Jordan socks. You seem like you're bragging a little bit. This ain't no place for bragging. That's only for J-Dub. I never wear matching socks. Me neither, Fizz Kid. Sock soldiers? I don't think that's real. I don't think that's a real thing. I don't know. Still looking forward for Infinity War just about 2 more years. I mean, like I said, like if I knew that in the end of Civil War, in 6 months, you were going to get Iron Man Civil War, like this was Captain America Civil War and you got Iron Man Civil War 6 months later, I'd be all for it. I'd be like, fine, okay, they're going to continue it and finish it there, and then, whatever. I'm trying not to give any spoilers because it's really irking me. But like if they would finish it there, cool. But they're not going to do it, and you don't know where they're going to pick it up. And some people said they're going to pick it up in Thor Ragnarok, but I haven't heard anything about Robert Downey Jr. signing on for it. Maybe Captain will be in it, but that's not going to fix anything. My last name is Khan, or maybe my last name is Khan. I've been tricked, damn you, father. Life is too short to match socks. I totally agree. They disappear into space and time. Well, maybe we should have a superhero that actually, like, maybe he needs socks. You have to wear matching socks. I know a few people who are like that. Let's have a little bit more black water because I'm getting a little parched. Yes, this is a real product. What am I bragging about? Shut up, J-Dog. Everyone vote for Fish. But, I mean, what is there a way to have a superhero who actually, like, maybe he steals 1 sock per dryer And that gives him power to defeat the enemy? I don't know. Who remembers the Ren and Stimpy episode when they find the missing left socks in the world? I don't remember that. I buy new socks every week. I don't know how they get lost. Holy crap. You seriously have a problem if you buy new socks every week. The Socketeer. Sock Man. That sounds like Mega Man's boss. Shakira Heroes. Oh, is it Fox the Sock Man with his lotion sidekick? Oh, International Start Rescue. What? I don't know what that means. Wouldn't that make him a villain? Socksky Man? Wait. Socksky Man? I don't get that one. Oh. I love the crazy stuff that we actually come up with in this show. It's ridiculous. Yeah, matching socks are good, but all my socks are the same. I can't imagine you wear socks. I mean, no offense, but you seem like the kind of person that's kind of got the black feet on the bottom. Wait, what does the black water taste like? It tastes exactly like water. It really does. It's called black water, and it's supposed to be like high in nutrition and stuff like that. But I mean, it is a black liquid, and it tastes exactly like water. It's supposed to have like electrolytes and stuff like that in it. Remember that episode of Family Guy? Missed it. If I was bragging, I'd be bragging about my Back to the Future Nike Mag sneakers, which I don't have. Oh, good idea. The high knee socks, open-toed sandals. I was like, opie-toe? I don't know what opie-toe is, but that sounds like something like you trip over something like a book and go, opie-toe! Crunchy socks, man. That's Fox right there. That's right. No, right, don't look under my bed, Mom. That's where me porno mags are. Right, don't tell him it's the socks. International Stock Rescue Thunderbirds Love Words. Oh, man. Hurts. Can't stand barefoot. Even carpet bothers my feet. That's just what I thought. I'm just putting that out there in the world. But that's good to know about you. It's good to know about you. Remember that episode of Family Guy where the Fron from Normandy stole Peter Griffin's sock? Oh, yeah, you're talking about, give me back my sock, you little goat bastard. Side sheep J is snorted. Fizz Kid, can you see my brain melting? Ow. Tomorrow is National Clean Up Your Room Day. Don't be Googling. I used to have a lot of WWE Playboy magazines. I have a few of them. I think I have Sables and what was that blonde chick? I have her too. We will not be celebrating that one, Fox. Suck man, suck it to me. My porn, I just realized, soaked in jizz. I stay barefoot or in sandals. That seems about right for you, because like all your videos involve your feet. It's like you're, portraying a little weird foot fetish to all the people of the world, which we applaud you for. Thank you very much for doing that. All right, guys, make sure you vote. We're about to wrap it up. I'm going to open up one item and then we're going to do it. We got a VHS and a thong and cheese and steak. So let's open up something. Let's do this one. All right. So since you brought up WWE and WWE Playboys, I am not a WWE watcher, and Heroes just goes, oh crap. I don't know why he's Irish, but whatever. So he just decided to down a beer because we're going to talk about wrestling. Those WWE Playboys were good old times. They actually were. The J on Side Sheep. Yes, I know what it is. It's there. It exists. It's hanging around her neck. I don't have a clue what he said. She needs to. Anyway, let's moving on. So, I for some reason I am a fan of the wrestler Paige. Maybe it's the British-ish accent, maybe it's the pale skin, I'm not sure what it is, but I'm a fan of Paige, and I don't watch wrestling at all. I don't think I've ever seen one of her matches, but I do follow her Instagram and a few other things, and I try to look at her as much as possible. She's a very attractive person to me, and not only do I have her figure, which is right here, I also bought her pop. Nerdy, did you see the Hot Wheels Back to the Future DeLorean? I did not. You must share that with me right now. It's Scottish, not Irish. Mommy, do you like to cook? Uh-oh. So anyway, I picked up Paige's Pops mainly because I want to support her. Whenever WWE goes through all their things and they start getting out people who can't wrestle and do things, I want them to look at the revenue that Paige's products are bringing in and say, oh, well, this guy bought it, so we're going to have to keep her around. So apparently on the back, she's part of this thing called Total Divas, which, again, I don't know. I kind of get what's going on, but I'm not sure. But they got the Bella Twins and then Paige. I'm like, cool. I cooked that one guy. I haven't seen it, man. You gotta let me know. I have a Paige Pop, too. I do. I find her highly attractive, and so I was like, yeah, I got to have her pop. So let's open it up, take a closer look at it. Yep, Paige is British. I know. Well, we've talked about it multiple times in here, how the people of the United States really like that foreign accent, whether it's Australian or it's Irish or Scottish or British in general or Hill. You know, they like that foreign accent, and the people of Britain really like that southern drawl. You know, like right now, Fizz Kid's pants just got all moist when I turned it on. So it's that weird flip-flop of, you know, like it's the unknown, it's the different. And so I guess that's why Paige is my kind of go-to. But anyway, she looks pretty good. She looks kind of like AJ. She like this particular outfit looks a lot like AJ. So it looks kind of like a quick repaint and just put a little blue in there. But I know deep down inside that it is Paige, and that's who is going to be my sock cuddle buddy this evening. Love her hair. I do too, man. I really do. Oh, lady, sorry. My favorite female, I can't see, I'm sorry. Trish Stratus, hello! You forgot the Back to the Future Hot Wheels in the pick. I forgot it. WCW Women Crush Wednesday. My Women Crush Wednesday cannot be her. It has to be somebody that is an Instagram follower. Southern. See, I told you. You send me. I'm sure you do. Stacy Pop. Yeah, I know, right? I do like her hair. I think it's really cool how they do it, but honestly, the outfit looks a little AJ Lee-ish. You know, it looks like they just kind of popped AJ's body on it and just painted like a little P Page on there. So I don't know. It's cool and it's awesome, and she's definitely part of my awesome collection. I would probably give a Lita Pop available of her. They actually made a Lita figure recently in the WWE Elite series, and I've actually seen it a couple times at Walgreens, and I would buy it normally because they actually have her thong sticking out. They have her thong sticking out and everything, and like 3 different shirts for her to wear. I'm like, this is cool, but the box was crushed. And a lot of my WWE figures stay in the box because that's just kind of how they are. A few of them come out, but I don't want a crushed box, especially if I got to pay full retail price. Texas women are hot. That's exactly right. No, Texas women are hot. Heroes accent. Hello. I had Sable bomb this. Yes, Fox, Trish Stratus is awesome. Totally agree. She's kind of gone. She got a breast reduction maybe about 4 years ago. So they're not like, you know, giant balloon bags anymore. They're kind of like real tight and swing. So, yeah. So maybe she's not quite as awesome. Depends on your caliber of boob. All right. So we do got to wrap up the Ultra Random Ball. Find out who is going to be moving on. Who's your favorite? Who's your favorite? VHS tape and a thong or cheese and steak? Let's find out. Saw Lita and her band a few years back. Well, there you go. Awesome. Awesome. Only 200. Hell, that beats my collection. I'm picking. Keep going. Keep going. He's definitely thick. She's Canadian. Your mom's Canadian. Who's your WCW? Mine is DDP. Gotta love the yoga. No, it's not. Today is Monday. It's MCM. So DDP would be your MCM, not woman crush. It's a man crush Monday. Get with the times, Samir. Damn young mommy. I like Japanese accent. Well, we know what kind of porn you're into, like tentacle stuff. Apparently, Ozzy is missing. Uh-oh, that's not good. All right, let's find out who's going to be moving on to the Ultra Random Brawl. Shane O'Mac. What is going on, my man? My friend, you need to vote. You need to vote. Type it in how you see it with a capitalism spaces because it is split 50-50. And I'm not rallying it up until somebody else votes. All right, there we go. Shane O'Mac, waiting for your vote, my man. What are we going to do? Who's going to be moving on? VHS tape and thong or cheese and steak? Because it's a draw, and we're not doing it because the bracket is too difficult to have a draw. Not going to happen. We need somebody to vote. Somebody didn't vote who popped in here. We're going to find out. It's back and forth the whole time. Holy crap. Oh. Michael Jackson's son, how you doing, my man? Oh. Okay, all right, there's a vote. There's a vote. Where is There's Shane O'Mac right there. Boom. I just wanted somebody to vote. Oh! That was so close. That was so ridiculously close. A lot of new guys in here. There's not a lot of new guys. Everybody in here, I've seen everybody in here before. VHS Tape and Thong moves on by 2 votes right there. Holy crap. 22-20. Takes out Cheese and Steak. Hey, I didn't do it, Drew Baca. I just could not do a tie. That's just not how we roll. We do not do ties anymore. Michael Jackson's son, how you doing, my friend? How you been? I haven't seen you in a little bit. I hope you're doing really well. All right, it is time to bring up the second brawl of the evening and the final in the tag team round. We have Moonshine and Whiskey. Yeah, I know there's no E on the W, but it's just how it has to be in order to fit on there. That's a long thing. So do you like Moonshine and Whiskey, or do you like Vagina and Dingleberries? Yeah, there you go. MJ's back. Yeah, they did. It was 6 cents not too long ago. Okay, there you go. Aunt Janet is pregnant. Well, you should probably stop banging your aunts. I don't know why you felt like doing that. But yeah, so who's moving on? Moonshine and Whiskey. Type it in, see it with the capital letters in the spaces. Hopefully I didn't mess up this time. But Vagina and Dingleberry. Well, Moonshine and Whiskey works. Sounds tasty. Well, there you go, my friend. Who needs a thong? You always got when you always need red meat. Vagina and Dingleberry works as well. There you go. Cheese Taja. So, yeah, this is kind of one of those weird things, like, because you're like, Moonshine, yes. Whiskey, yes. Vagina, yes. Dingleberry, no. So one of them's going to move on, and you guys got to decide. Sorry, Drew Bach, I do love some cheese and Uncle Beef. Ooh. Young mommy hitting it hard this evening. Yeah, you didn't have cheese and steak sandwiches. And you wanted a thong. I didn't do it. Look, it was tied 50-50, and I cannot do that because the way that this bracket is built is very difficult. They fought one, they went into a tag team tournament, and then the tag team tournament turns into a double round, and then that round turns into a 3-way dance, and then we take all the people who came really close, and they all go into a wild card round. It's a very difficult brawl, and there's no room for ties. It just can't happen. Can't do it. Moonshine and Whiskey, Southern, that's right. Moonshine, Whiskey. You put the E in there, Super Chick. I know it's supposed to be an E, but it would not fit. I tried multiple times. I know it's misspelled. Don't start on the spelling. Not you, Jizzy. I was referring to the voters. I know, man. I'm sorry. So this guy's brain is hurting. Love you all. What? It's okay, Budka. Listen, I understand, and it's awesome that you popped in and hung out for that long. Thank you so much. I know it's late. Get some sleep, and I'll see you soon. Vagina Dingleberry. I get... All right, let's move on. Let's talk a little bit about some comic books because we don't do that enough in this show, and we need to talk about some comic books. I picked up most of these I posted on Instagram because I was off for the time, but it's time to bring it up and talk about what's going on. So I picked up Power Rangers #2. I kind of like this series. It's kind of pretty cool. It talks about the Green Ranger, around that time between, like, I believe it was at the end of Season 1, beginning of Season 2 of the Power Rangers back in the 90s. You're a boss for doing these brawls for us, Jizzy. Oh, no. You guys are the boss for coming back. But yeah, so this is from Boom Comics, and this is #2 from the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Awesome cover, man. I love the Megazord in the background, and of course the Green Ranger is awesome. No E on the Whiskey. I know. I didn't expect to make it this far. So anyway, it's a pretty cool cover, and the series is kind of neat. I haven't really had a chance to read a lot of it, but the artwork is really, really badass in it. It looks really, really cool. And it's just very legible. So anyway, I picked that up for a while, and hopefully I get a chance to read it. Light bright piece. So the second one that we're going to talk about is this one. This is Batman and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles by IDW. This is #2. I have yet to get a chance to get a hold of #1. Hopefully this weekend I'll get a chance to. Whiskey. Oh, something I missed it. I'm sorry about that, man. Oh my God, I love Power Rangers. I know you do, because you're the Purple Ranger, and I Am Fatality is the Orange Ranger. We learned this last time. What do you get for free comic book day? I didn't go out. I stayed in and played Fallout. That's what I did. So I love this cover, man. It's very like classic Eastman cover. It just looks so badass. And once I get these in the series, once I actually get the books, I will definitely read this and check it out. I outbid for 6 Power Rangers figures today. What do you mean you got outbid for them? I just read number 2 earlier today. Well, what's your take on it, Freddie? And how was your cotton candy? Love the cover. I absolutely love that cover. My wife got that one Power Rangers comic. Oh, for Free Comic Book Day? That's all. Yeah, I didn't get anything for Free Comic Book Day because I was like, it's going to be packed. And honestly, Free Comic Book Day was sort of enlisted in the, in the sense of getting young kids to start reading. And the reason they want to do that is like, oh, well, here, have some Free Comic Book Day. So all the big companies started getting together. And that's what they did it for. And I'm like, it's kind of for them. It's okay for me to spend my money and buy retail stuff. And if you got out and got one, that's fine. But I'm just like, you know what? I'm just going to go let them have their day, and then, I'll go out and get whatever I want later. Moonshine and Whiskey, no E, Callum. I know it's W-H-I-S-K-Y, no E-Y. I know it's misspelled, but I'm sorry. Is that Raph in front of the breathing frog? Breathing fog. Oh, you're talking about the comic book. Yeah, I guess it kind of is Raph breathing fog, but it's his sigh. But I get what you're saying. Lost an auction for them. Oh, I'm sorry, man. Cotton candy ice cream is amazing. I'll ship you a scoop. Well, thank you very much, man. I do appreciate it. So the next one is, this is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Batman number 5. I have yet to see number 3 or 4, but hopefully this weekend I'll get a chance to. Remember those 90s t-shirts that have the X-Men characters and the Power Rangers characters mine used to have as Magneto and the Green Ranger? No? Oh, that's awesome. Only Tennessee has whiskey, hasn't he? Well, there you go. Now you learned something. He's vaping. I know. There you go. He's always vaping. But this is an amazing cover. Look at that. All the Batman villains right there at the bottom. And then you got Shredder up top. Oh, just a what kind of this is amazing crossover. I love it. I'm learning to read. Jizzy jizzed in his pants when he saw... I don't know what I did, but I'm sorry, man. Let me try push up again. Hopefully I'll read it. Punched a kid to get free comment. Fatality. Moonshine and Whiskey. There you guys go. And I'm not going to give you any hell tonight because it is technically misspelled. But what do you guys like? Moonshine and Whiskey or vagina and dingleberries? Oh, that's funny. That's funny to me. I think I got number 1. Well, awesome, man. Cherish it definitely because it is one of those those hard to find ones. Delicious Taco. How are you guys doing this evening? Thank you guys so much for coming back. So the next one on the list, and I didn't post this one yet. This is Gwenpool number 1. Whenever the Spider-Verse splintered and they showed Gwen Stacy as Spider-Man, and apparently the world just lit up and blew up. And it actually blew up to the point where they made Gwen Deadpool. I don't... Have you read any of the crossovers yet? No, I haven't. No, it's all good, man. You got a job to do. No, I have not had a chance to read any of the crossovers. This I am not a fan of. I don't think that this is... I don't think this should happen. I think Spider-Gwen was awesome. The concept of Gwen Stacy's universe, where Peter Parker died, she got bit by the spider, became Spider-Gwen, tried to avenge Peter Parker. Made sense. It made sense to me. It's awesome. Making Gwen Deadpool doesn't make any sense. The only reason I bought this is because I think it might have collector value later on. And yes, I know I don't collect for value, but at $4 and buying this issue, it's totally worth it for me. Batman TV crossover is awesome. It looks amazing. The artwork is awesome. The covers are great. I'm just having a hard time actually finding the books themselves. Just gross myself out. Truffle butter. Ooh. I thought truffle butter was supposed to be really good. My feet still hurt. And I bet they are, dude, but you got some amazing stuff from that con. So anyway, there's a last look at Gwenpool number 1. I really don't know why. I mean, I know why it exists because they're trying to cash in as much possible with the Gwen Stacy thing as possible. Buy red tea. All right, I'll buy 2 red teas. All right, let me finish off my black water. Are they continuing Spider-Gwen, or is this just a random series? I believe that this is just a random series that they're spinning it off. I cannot see it having more than 5 issues, if that, unless it's absolutely amazing, but I will never read it. It's going to be bagged and board and placed in a safe place. Anyway, so I finally finished my black water after about 2 weeks. Mrs. Freddy is getting into comics now. She bought Sailor Moon and Shudder. That's awesome. I love the fact, now, I don't think that it's my fault that she got in the comics, but I like to take a little bit apart, as I show the comics, like, oh, that seems interesting. So that's awesome. I'm glad that people are actually starting to pick up comics, because this collection, and honestly, this show actually revolves around me actually picking up comics and enjoying the read and what they actually produce. So that's I mean, I think that's pretty cool. There are 6 crossovers, Batman and TMNT. There are only 6 crossovers. Why did you put a question mark at the end? Because honestly, I don't know. My guess is probably yes. Yeah, it says 5 of 6. So there's one more to come out because this is the most recent one. At least it's not replacing the original Deadpool with the original Thor. Well, they didn't replace Thor. The mantle of Thor got moved to the female version, which I kind of okay with. Thor's been around for a very long time, and to me, personally, outside of the movies, he's a very boring character. Like, anytime Thor showed up in any Avengers or anything that I read, I was like, Thor. Because, I mean, the dude's a god, and he ends up getting defeated a lot? No, come on, dude. No, that doesn't happen. So I think Thor is a very boring character, and the fact that they decided to amp it up and putting a female Thor in it, I think it's a good idea. Impulse buy, I've been there. It's not an impulse buy. It's just more of like, this is interesting, and I think it might have some value later on. Yes, I blame you for getting back into comics. You don't blame me for your pop collection, do you? Because that's a problem. I got a free Archie comic. Well, you get the hell out of this show. Going to a con this weekend, though. Well, make sure you get me something. Coms are my first love. And comics are my first love as well. I had toys growing up, and I love the toys, but I mean, what actually got me back into collecting and wanted to reclaim my childhood was comic books. I love Sailor Moon Fatality. Oh my god, there's so much romance going on in here, and I'm not even get a chance to watch. Wait, Fatality got a camera. I love Sailor Moon. Watched it dubbed anime in the 90s. Was the shit. That's awesome. I have yet to see Sailor Moon. She wants to run a marathon, so I'll watch it. That is an awesome. Good job, man. I can't do it, man. I cannot watch dubbed stuff. It is very difficult for me to watch anything that is dubbed because the mouths don't match up to what's going on. It bothers me a lot. I love that I found some real comics. I do too, man. I'm glad you found somebody's close. Speaking of Thor, you think they'll bring female Thor to the movieverse? Not a chance. There's no way possible they will ever do that. They can't even nail down exactly how they want to do Aunt May. You think they're going to bring in female Thor? Not going to happen. Thor is a Nordic god. Yeah, that sounds like you're talking from experience. Are you Nordic? So let's move on. Let's talk about this one. Now, a friend of mine, he told me to buy this and read this series. I bought this one because it's a variant cover and it's the #1. So, I mean, value I don't really care about, but I really wanted the #1. Love Sailor Moon. Grew up watching the early ice cream. Wait, what? Dubs made by 4 kids or worse. What? Freddy's the best. He really is, man. If he's going to sit through a marathon of it, that's awesome. I used to watch Sailor Moon when I was little. Play with a little sister. There you go. Do that. There we go. Yes, Nordic. The X-Men TV show, Jim Henson, started my nerdiness. I dig it. I love that you brought in Jim Henson. Yeah. Dubbed anime doesn't do that anymore. Yeah, well, there was actually some anime I wanted to watch. I actually wanted to watch some anime on Netflix, and I turned it on, and it wasn't even dubbed. It was in Spanish. I mean, not Spanish. It was in Japanese, and it was written at the bottom. And I'm like, I'm not going to read a cartoon series. That ain't going to happen. So they couldn't even take the time to dub it, but I'm definitely not going to read it and have to pay attention. It doesn't work at that. Caleb, welcome back, man. But they could make Aunt May Thor. Then I'd be intrigued. Then, you know what? Then I'd take everything I said back about Thor, about Civil War. I'm actually, yeah, if they make Marissa Tomei female Thor, boom, you got me back. Sailor Mars is my favorite. Uh-oh, Fatality. You better come back with something. So I picked up this. This is Vader Down, and I've heard a lot of good stuff about this comic book series. Granted, this one's still in the plastic, and I'm probably going to pick up the trade, keep this in the plastic. But this is a GameStop exclusive. The only place to get this is GameStop. But this is #1 of Vader Down. I've heard that this was like one of the #1 recommended comic books of 2015 was Vader Down. So, I mean, you're talking about of all the comic books they released, and comic book companies are pumping this crap out as fast as possible. It doesn't matter what it is, they're making a spin-off series of it. They're making like of Guardians of the Galaxy. When Guardians of the Galaxy took off, they made a Star-Lord, they made a Gamora, they made a Drax, they made a Groot, they made a Rocket Raccoon, and then they started spinning off on the bad guys and all this stuff. Everybody gets their own damn comic book series now, and the market is honestly flooded. So for this to actually make the list of one of the top comic books to read, that says something. That's not my opinion. That's the actual comic book readers. Thor's a badass in Tales of Asgard. I bet he is, but I just think Thor is a boring character to me overall. I'm the black tuxedo mask. Oh no. Can you get me one? Can I get you one of these? Not a chance, man. Like, I got lucky finding this. The guys at GameStop were actually digging in the back, and that's actually where I found that Sting Pop. It was actually underneath the box of Sting Pops that got crushed. So that's where this came from. Finding this now, I don't know. My account got 1 month banned. Why did your account get 1 month banned? What did you do? That's the time period. What's the time period of Vader Down? I believe it's right after A New Hope. I believe so. I wish Thomas was still in here. I'm not sure. But like I said, I haven't had a chance to read it. I've just heard it's a really amazing series. Sometimes you have to have whiskey to get vagina. Yes, but these two are separated now, so you have to actually vote for which one you think is going to move on. You think dubbing is bad? Look how they edit it for kids, removing themes of death and drama, banned and killed. You know what? That is a perfect segment. That's a perfect segue into this. So, we haven't done it in a while, but I did get the banner back, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for Nerdy News. Nerdy News. Svenny Dren. Nerdy Nudes. Because I have nudes, but you're not allowed to see them unless you pay me. Alright, so this is actually a perfect way to do it. So in Nerdy News this evening, and this is something that I really, really want to talk about. It turns out... this is the headline title. Let me read it, and then I'll let you guys talk about it, and we'll try to figure this out. I got real lucky, you're right. But this is the perfect way. So, Tom and Jerry, the cartoon from everybody's childhood, even J-Dub's dad, cartoon Tom and Jerry have been blamed for ISIS attack in Egypt. Let that sink in. This is a real news story. This isn't fake. This is actual legit. The cartoon of Tom and Jerry was blamed for an ISIS attack. Here's the story. Mr. Sadiq, who serves as the head of Egypt's State of Information Service, claims that Tom and Jerry and their violent tendencies may have been such a negative influence on children that they are particularly to blame for the ISIS attack, making such claims during an appearance at the Cairo University on Tuesday. More to the point, the main issue that the cartoon, according to Sadiq, is that portrays the violent actions in such a funny manner that children become... Oh, dang it, it went away. The children become desensitized to it and begin to see it as normality. More to the point, the main issue with the cartoon, according to Sobek, went to the thing, normal, and specifically called out the show for often using explosives such as a gag, usually with Tom being the recipient. Various examples from the cartoon can be seen below in this clip that I'm looking at. Sadiq did not place the blame solely on the cartoon during his suggestion of cultural influence on the rise of violence. Reportedly, he also claimed that the fact that grown young men spend hours playing video games, which often feature violence and gore, may help lead to to view violence as something that will make them happy and content. Holy crap, that is a real thing. That is ridiculous. Are you kidding? Like, people are not allowed to take responsibility for their actions. They have to blame it on something else. You cannot tell that the suicide bomber, that was his fault. You have to blame something else. And especially as something as stupid as video games or cartoons. Tom and Jerry, the cat and mouse. Yes. That is a real thing, and it happened, I believe it was Sunday they talked about it. Yep, even my dad. Good Lord, the world is stupid. It is. It's ridiculous. They're trying to place the blame not on the actual person, but on something that brought them up. No! It's the fact that your parents didn't smack you in the back of the head for being a douchebag. That's the problem. Not what you're doing and not what you're playing. You used to watch Tom and Jerry, now my name is Freddy. Uh-oh, you're going to invade Dream. That's it, the world's over. Are you kidding? That is ridiculous. But that's exactly what Game Man said earlier. Like, they're taking out violence. Like, when they brought back the Looney Tunes cartoon, when they had Roadrunner and Wile E. Coyote, it was nowhere near as violent. It was sort of just like, oh, well, he missed him this time. You know, they took away the Acme bombs and all that stuff because, oh, kids can't see it. Are you stupid? No, it's the upbringing, not what they're watching. What dumbass comes with the ISIS, Tom and Jerry? Yeah, it's real. That type of arrogance pisses me off so much. It really does. They just want to place the blame on something other than the actual person who did the wrong. Not responsible for my own actions. Sesame Street made me. Yeah, right. Yeah, it's like you find yourself living in a trash can. It's like, well, this is where Oscar was. This is where I'm supposed to be. No! I remember Tom and Jerry. I'm a pacifist now. Well, there you go. There you go. Ooh, the Western ways. We're so bad. I know. I know. It's not even the end times. Yeah. God, wait. God, to rebuild it. I missed it. I'm sorry, man. It's programmed in our DNA to blame others. Well, yeah, no, honestly, I think that's right. You know, like whenever you're a kid and say you broke a lamp, your first instinct is to say, oh, the dog did it. Whereas it wasn't, you know, it was you, but you just don't, like, oh, somebody else did it. So yeah, you're right. It was horrible influence. Absolutely ruined Looney Tunes. I mean, it was okay. I liked some of the facts of Looney Tunes. I like when they brought it back. But when you start taking away actual pieces of violence and not tell your kids it's a cartoon, it's not real, that's where the problem lies, when you don't want to talk to your kids. And we talked about it a long time ago when they pulled the Breaking Bad figures from Toys R Us. It was before we did Nerdy News, but I mean, that's the thing. Like, this mom in Florida goes, oh, there's Breaking Bad figures with meth and fake money and guns in my child's toy store. They must all be pulled. Why? Because you don't want to talk to your dumb kid and say you can't have that? Why? Because it has drugs and guns. Well, why does it have drugs and guns, Mommy? I can't answer that. It better be pulled from the shelf. It's just stupid, stupid people. It was always high. He was high. You're right. Tot, tot, put a cat. It's the parenting, quit letting the TV. Yeah, no, you're Flop. That is 100% right. It's the fact that the parents don't want to talk to their children anymore, and that probably goes to other countries. I'm pretty sure. It's just the fact that, well, I'm gonna let TV raise it, and then the fact you let TV raise your kid, and they're like, oh, well, why'd you blow up that schoolhouse? Well, Wile E. Coyote did it. No, you dumb, you did it. Bert and Ernie were just sex addicts. Yeah, with each other. That's what grinds my gears. Peter Griffin, what's going on, man? And you know what? This is the perfect segment for you, man. Bert and Ernie were quiet lovers. They were, but it's totally acceptable in my book. I like you said sex addicts. That's awesome. And many more. Hell, I'm fine. That sounds like a song. I don't know. Next thing they'll do is try to ban Dora the Explorer because Dora is Latino, therefore promotes illegal immigration. It could very well happen. It really could. But when I heard this story this morning, my brain started to melt inside my head. It was like I was reading a Fizz Kid novel. It was ridiculous. People need to raise their kids and stop blaming others. They really do. And I think that this is bad. This is actually somebody that is a high official in Cairo, and that's their problem. They can't say that this is the person or this is ISIS. This is Tom and Jerry's fault? Just stupid. Mr. Clance, hey, what's going on, my man? Welcome to the show. It's been a bit. So yeah, that's what Nerdy News is. It's sort of a rant, but sort of honest truth. But it is at least nerdy. It's not some chick banging her dog. I need some water. I need some agua. So anyway, it seems that everybody's still on the same page. Guess what? I can blame Space Jam for me liking American Sport. That's I don't think that's how that works. What'd you do to get banned? I don't think you ever told me. If you did, I missed it. I'm sorry. Oh, but yeah, so that's a real thing. I don't know. So anyway, we'll be done with Nerdy News for now. But in the meantime, make sure you vote Moonshine and Whiskey versus Vagina and Dingleberry. One of them's going to move on. Make sure you type it in with them capital letters and them spaces. And I know Vinny is so tired of me saying that because whenever I'm chatting to him, he also says that back to me. So let's get back to the comic books that I picked up. I got 2 remaining. Elmo did acid. Want to smoke weed with that guy smoking. Vagina Dingleberry, well, you knew you were going to go for that. I wish they would ban my cousin Speedy Gonzalez. Ban Slowpoke weed smoking ass. What? I don't know what's going on in that guy's head. How do we get on Space Jam? Space Jam. I wish I had the poster up. That would have been amazing. It's over there. All right. So in my travels, I picked up Justice League number 49. This is the Dark Side War number 9. I do not have all these. I'm slowly working on it, but I missed a few of them, so, you know, in between you just kind of got to pick them up. But one of these coming out, I'm not sure if it's this one or the next one, but they're actually going to reveal Joker's real name. And I know you're like, yeah, the Joker. So one of these where Batman's sitting on the throne, they're actually going to reveal Joker's real name. So yeah, I don't know if it's this one. I didn't get the info because I haven't had a chance. I want to get the whole series and then read it. Moonshine Whiskey. Lord Fire, you got to capitalize the W. See, it's got the capitalization. It's the only way to vote when you're on YouTube, man. What is going on, Jeff Purelator? I don't know if I pronounced that right, but that name is absolutely awesome. So there is Darkseid War. I love these covers, and I love the idea of this, that they brought back Darkseid. Of course, Darkseid Killer loves this as well. Someone said a grief report, and though I did nothing wrong, but sadly they can't do anything about it. To Sony or to Ustream or to YouTube, where'd they send it to? I'm just curious. Once you get them, I need to borrow them. Will do, man. I'm working on it, and hopefully this weekend I'll be able to pick up most of them. The Joker's real name is Gary. Just Gary. That's it. Just like he has no last name. He's like Cher, but Gary. When did that come out? That came out 2 weeks ago, I believe. But the Darkseid War has been going on for a while. Like, they only release those every 3 weeks, I believe it is. It's not quite a month, but it's every 3 weeks. And then there was a period where they stopped releasing it for about a month. So it's about 9 months old, I think. Sony, damn, that's crazy, dude. It must have been something like maybe playing Rocket League or something. It's all about vagina. Yeah, it is. Definitely, you can ask young mommy that. All right. I got something stuck in my throat. And it's not your penis. Okay, we're good. Joker's real name is Tobias. He should have said something cool. Like, I mean, Tobias is kind of a neat name, but he should have went like out the box. Like, what was that? What was that one? Like, damn, Cheriqua? Oh, what was that one that Vinny said? I can't remember. Joker's name is Bartholomew. Now that would be actually perfect. Be like, you know, like one of the most craziest, evilest, insane villains is Bartholomew. So Gary Tobias. There you go. Got to get that one. There you go. They said his name in the '89 movie Batman. Well, they called him Jack, but that really wasn't his name. And if it's not comics, to me, it's not really real. Does that make any sense? Fartisha, thank you. I could not remember. Fatality beat you to it. That man is on the point. His real name is Justin Joker. Good time to mention Batman dressed up as Villain Pops. That's exactly right, FizzKid. If you actually want to get them, check out the Toy Den Nerds or Malfish Collectibles. Check them out. They're actually going to get a couple of the boxes. So if you don't want to go from shop to shop and try to find out who's going to have it, actually hit them up. They will actually have them. So, yeah, check out Toy Den Nerds. Shameless plug. Well, I did get a message from the guy complaining about my Battlefront playstyle. That's ridiculous to be able to get banned for that. You know, I mean, unless you're cussing them out or something, but if you're actually playing and actually beating them, that's not something you ban somebody over. You ban if their name is Bill fucking Murray. So the last comic book that I got in front of me is this one. This is an old comic. I believe this is from 2007, I believe. But it's Brave and the Bold, #7, Wonder Woman and Power Girl. And I am a huge Power Girl fan. Obviously, you know why. But the reason that I bought this, and on my garage stream, it actually showed up on my door via mail. And I opened up my garage stream and then opened it up and talked about it. But let's talk about the actual show. The reason I bought it is because I saw this post. I believe it was on Instagram or somebody sent it to me. I can't remember. Just in case he went batshit crazy. No. Vagina runs the play. Yeah, you're right. Boobies! Free barbecue package, you guessed my real name. Famous hospital. Bellevue. Old from 2007. Well, in comic book form, that is kind of old. But anyway, the reason was because this depiction, which is actually like the beginning of this, where Power Girl and Wonder Woman are fighting, and whatever happens, and Power Girl grabs Wonder Woman's lasso of truth. And with that, in what I received, it says, "I can't wait to go home and masturbate thinking of you," talking about Wonder Woman. And I'm like, well, that's hot as balls. I gotta have it. So I couldn't find any confirmation that said it or not. Anytime I Googled the image from this particular comic book, I got that image. I never got the real one. So I was like, I gotta order it. And I got it for like $4 or $5 with shipping, something like that one. Luke, that works too. But I got it for, I think, $5 shipped to me or something like that. So like, sure, whatever. It's kind of a cool comic book, and it's got Power Girl on it, and the artwork is ridiculous inside. Actually, the artwork is better than the cover. So anyway, I open it on stream, and it turns out, no, somebody whited out the letters and wrote that in, and I'm like, boo. But it actually turns out to be kind of a cool thing anyway. It says I'm actually going to go and kill Superman in his Fortress of Solitude. And I'm like, well, that's kind of cool, too. It's not as good as picturing Power Girl masturbating to Wonder Woman, but it's good enough for me. Booby goodness. Swap shit, bro. Don't tell people. Wait, what? I don't know what's going on. I've totally missed it. But I'll show you guys the artwork in it that I was talking about. And I like things that come bagged and boarded already. It makes my life so much easier because I don't get deals like Heroes. So, okay, yeah, here's the actual photo right there where they're like surprised, and that's why I was like, oh, she's actually gonna do it. And there is the actual talking about it right here. I'm going to murder Superman in his fortress. And like right here, this was dubbed out, I'm going to masturbate. I'm going to go home and think about you. And I'm like, what? And then this was the actual picture afterwards. And I'm like, well, that fits perfect. She's like, huh? Yeah. If you on IG, you don't count. I mean, whole name. Ooh, J-Dub, your secret's safe. Uh-oh, I don't know what J-Dub's secret is. I don't really want to know. It's probably some kind of beard facts, and I just really don't want to hear it. But anyway, make sure you guys vote Moonshine and Whiskey versus Vagina and Dingleberry. One of them's going to move on. John Hoskins. That's not... Oh, I was thinking of Bob Hoskins. That's a Mario brother. All right, we'll do that just momentarily. Let's open up something while we're... moving around. Well, let's not open... Let's do this. Okay. So, I'm not a wrestler... I used to be a wrestling watch fan, and I know, here we go again, Heroes, talking about wrestling. Time to get Jupiter and tune out. But I do love... these defining moments figures, and the only one I don't have, I didn't buy Ric Flair, and I didn't buy Undertaker, and I don't know why, I just haven't had a chance to. I gotta go, dude. Later, buddy. Appreciate you stopping in, do appreciate it. But this is Stone Cold Steve Austin defining moments, and this is just badass. And what I really love is that he comes with 3 different belts. He comes with the Smoking Skull belt, the World Heavyweight title, and then the Round Heavyweight title from the Attitude Era. So this is like the 90s belt, and this is the Attitude Era belt, and then whenever he would become champion, they change it over to the Smoking Skull belt. So it's a great figure. I think they're like $25 a piece. It's highly detailed. The box is absolutely amazing. It's got the whole big tail, the tape right here on top of it. And I mean, look at the detail just in the back, and then on top. I mean, it's well sculpted, well painted. Quality Control actually gives a damn about it. Not like the damn Batman vs Superman figures, which have none. It's just ridiculous. That's not going to happen, DMK. I've never opened one of these. I don't plan on it. I have Razor Ramon, Hulk Hogan, Sting, and now Stone Cold Steve Austin. The box is awesome. Look at it's got the skulls on the inside. Like the box is really just too pretty to break out. I can't do it. I'm not going to happen. Is my whole name, now you know. Uh-oh, look out. You're kind of like, you just revealed like you're Iron Man or something. That figure's hella tight. I need one of them. I can find these pretty easy right now, but with the defining moments, the longer that they're out, the less, the more expensive they become for some reason. Like, the Hulk Hogan figure is like a $35 to $40 figure, something like that. The Razor Ramon is even more than that. And I've seen The Undertaker. It's not that I don't like The Undertaker. I really like him. It's just I don't want to pay $25 for another Undertaker figure. Granted, Stone Cold is just, he's just that badass. But he also comes with 3 belts, and that was really the selling point. Like, I love Hulk Hogan. Razor Ramon's awesome to have a very detailed figure, and Sting is my guy. And the only reason I bought this is because it comes with 3 damn belts, man. That's why I bought Yokozuna for the other one, is because it came with 2 belts. I'm like, yeah, gotta have it. I want to see what it feels like to be power bombed in a bed. Young mommy, what are you doing this weekend? Because this guy, in a bed of tacks, well, never mind. Badass, and that's the bottom line. That's right. Good, don't open. I'm not going to open up. Never open a defining moment. I don't plan on it. But this almost got good until you said of tax. In my professional experience of what I did as wrestling, Tacks kind of hurt, but not really. It's more of the impact that hurts. Is Yokozuna still alive? No, Yokozuna died in the 90s. Like, I believe it was like 97 or something like that. I honestly want to say it was a heart attack. But anyway, tacks they have a really cool effect, and that's why people use them. They kind of hurt. They're like a bunch of little needles, and you know that when they come out or whatever, it looks really cool and stuff like that. Said I just whooped your ass. That's right. Give me a beer. But I mean, overall, like an entire bed of them, you should have just said bed. Young mommy would have came over, done it to you, and then hung you by the hooks. Tacks sound painful. They just look painful is what it is. You have a P.O. box. I do, Kayla, man. I do. Why? What you got for me? That's really creepy. But I mean, in my experience, and I didn't do a lot of tax stuff, and fire is a cool effect as long as you have the quick instant out flame. I hate needles. That's why I don't have tattoos. Well, you should probably get both. You know, just get an injection of a needle and then just get yourself some tattoos. Most tattoos, they only hurt for a little bit. You know, as long as you can just get through that initial pain, the healing process is very easy. And then you got some artwork for life. And I don't like getting biblical or anything. You know, I really don't like that. But I was talking to my cousin a while ago, and I was just like, you know, I think that tattoos are one thing, if you believe in the afterlife, I think that's one thing you would carry on with you. So not only do you get something that you paid for that you get to carry for life, I think you get to take in the afterlife, you know? Unless it's like that one tattoo you want removed or whatever, you know? Fire! I want video them too. What do you want to video them to? I have a few tattoos and a lot more plans. You need to go and hang out with a sock master. Do they have a Shawn Michaels like that? I don't know. Honestly, the only other ones that I know about are Ric Flair and Undertaker, which I've seen both and I've passed on both. I have a New Age Ric Flair figure, which is already opened. I don't know if they have a Shawn Michaels. If not, they're definitely got to do one because, I mean, he is one of the greatest. What's the meaning FIBO P.O. Box? I have no idea, man. Do you have been in Norway? Have I been to Norway? No, I have not been out of this country. I wish that I could. I wish I was one of those world travelers. I would love to travel the world. But honestly, I'd probably get to Belgium. Heroes would kidnap me and feed me Jupiler all the time. And I'd never be able to leave. So that's why I stay here nice and safe. I'm still debating on get fatality on my back. Oh! Dude, that would be amazing. That would be awesome. I mean, tattoos, I like tattoos. I think they're cool. As long as they're... Just don't get a cupcake on your cheek. You know, that's pretty much that's... I love the feeling of needles. Well, that's just creepy, and that explains why you're with Mr. Freddy. Shockmaster falls on this harsh story to thank you. That's Shockmaster. Oh, yeah, you're right, Shockmaster. I like getting tattooed. Very relaxing. It depends on the position. You know, like I said, I got them on my hands, and those were easy. Something to draw it for me. And Waterloo. That's right. That's right. Con here next month. Can't wait. Yeah. Hopefully, I'm going to get to go to one pretty soon too. I want a tree of death on my back and shoulders. Need someone to draw it for me. Okay, these two go together. Awesome. Well, I'm sure there's a few artists that pop in my show. You know what? I don't know if Ray D Sauce is on, man. If you ever get a chance to check out Ray D Sauce on Ustream, he's an amazing artist. He actually drew this right here for me. Amazing artist. He might do that kind of stuff. I don't know. I can ask him. But there's a bunch of artists on Ustream, and if you actually, you know, contact them, I'm sure they do something for you. And maybe you don't like the design, you can always take what they have and, you know, change it up with the tattoo artists themselves. If I ever get one, got to on my ribs. Kalo, man. I've been debating since I was in high school. 31, still don't know. But I got 2 piercings. Well, there you go. I don't have any piercings, but I have a lot of tattoos. Got a tattoo on your butt of a dildo. Oh, that's awesome. That totally threw me off. Damn, I hate tattoos. The needles scare me. Well, I mean, I get the fear of needles. I understand that. I mean, I'm not afraid of them, but I do get that. But you just got to look at it this way. I mean, if it's something that you want permanently on your body, and like I started really young getting the tattoos, and then I wanted to have each tattoo mean something to me. up until a point where I just really wanted tattoos. So a lot of my tattoos have meaning, and then a lot of my tattoos just have like something personality for me. I think if you start with something meaningful and then you look at it like, okay, well that didn't hurt too bad, or that was okay, then you start moving on to different places. However, going straight for the ribs, I would, if it was me, which is what I did, is I got a shoulder tattoo, which is the easy one, I think. I mean, a lot of people don't want them on their hands. The hands are honestly the easiest for me. But, I mean, a lot of people don't want it. But start with, like, a shoulder tattoo. That way you can kind of cover it with a shirt. You don't have to worry about it a lot, you know. It's back there. And then decide if you want the ribs. Don't go straight for the ribs. Young mommy, chill, lady. Just both. Both of my ears. Okay, I got you. Fitness Lister, then getting stitches on your back. What? You like dildos? Perfect. All right, I got to get to this, and I know that Vinny is dreading it, but ladies and gentlemen, it is time for Flag Facts. That's right, Flag Facts. This lovely flag was given to me by the Freddies. It is the Hong Kong flag, and it is absolutely beautiful. I don't know how long it would have taken me to acquire the Hong Kong flag, and when I saw it, I don't think I've ever seen Hong Kong's flag. I know, whatever, but a lot of people now have seen the Hong Kong flag, and it's time to learn a little bit about the Hong Kong flag. So, the colors of the Hong Kong flag are red and white, which are the same as the Chinese flag. The flower has 5 petals, and each petal bars have 5 pointed red stars, which are similar to the 5 stars of the People's Republic of China national flag, also known as the PRC. Yay! I have one on the side of my finger. I've heard that hurts pretty bad. I have a tattoo of the flower. Of this flower? Really? That's awesome. Are you from Hong Kong? I hate asking that. Flag Hack, sponsored by Sprite and Hennessy. I would totally let them sponsor me. When I was young, with the stitches in my back, it was sore around the stitches and needle and thread. With the needle and thread getting a tattoo. Well, there you go. Have you played Sleeping Dogs? I have not. All right. It does represent the political idea and principle, one country, 2 systems, for 50 years, which is started in basic law. The flower is actually, I'm totally going to butcher this, Barhana Blakana. Butchered that, I know. There are many of these flowers in Hong Kong, especially in the government house, the former official residence of the Hong Kong governor. So that's cool. That's an actual legitimate flower, which I can't do it. Larry, I knew it. Yay, my parents are from Hong Kong and I was born in Philly. Well, that's awesome. You actually have actual Hong Kong descendant roots that aren't that far away. That's awesome. That is amazing. I didn't know that. Its design was adopted on the 4th of April, 1990, at the 3rd session of the 7th National People's Congress. That is a mouthful. The precise use of the flag is regulated by laws passed by the 58th Executive Meeting of the State Council held in Beijing. That's cool, man. So they took Hong Kong, the flag, to Beijing. That's cool. The design of the flag is... I don't know that word. Enshrined. The design of the flag is enshrined in Hong Kong's basic law, the territory's constitutional document, and the regulations regarding the use, prohibition, the use, these are big words. Discretion and manufacture of the flag are stated in the regional flag and regional emblem ordinance. Holy crap. There's a lot of stuff behind this. Do not copy that image. Your tattoo is probably breaking some kind of law in Hong Kong. The flag of Hong Kong was first officially hoisted on July 1st, 1997, and the handover ceremony marking the transfer of sovereignty. That's cool, man. That's pretty neat that they designed the flag in 1990, but it took so long to sort of figure out everything and then finally get the sovereign nation of Hong Kong brought up. My next tattoo will probably be Boba Fett Pinup Girl. I dig it. That needle was too big. The design of the flag comes from cultural, political, and regional meanings. The color itself is significant red as the festive colors for the Chinese people, used to convey a sense of celebration and nationalism. Moreover, the red color is identical to that used in the national PRC, or the Republic of China, flag, chosen slightly to link the establishment between the post-colonial Hong Kong and China. And the final fact that I found about this, from the 1960 to 1999, the Hong Kong flag was actually magenta. So it was very pink hue and it had a different flower in the center of it that kind of looked like a four-leaf clover. It was a really weird thing, but I absolutely love this design. It's a very beautiful flag. Clancy, have a wonderful night, and kick Ruta in the testicles for me. It hurt less than my ear. So that is all for flag facts. Maybe you learned a little something. Maybe you went to sleep because a few of those words were very long, and probably some of that could have been cut out. But it is a very beautiful flag, and it's an awesome part of the collection. When I was in national school getting bullied throughout, one pushed me into a bush and sticking with talk back so they get stitches in my back. Holy crap, that's terrible, man. All right, so that is all for flag facts. I'm so sorry to hear that. Damn. Ooh, but I mean, you know, you grow up, you live and you grow from your experiences. So hopefully that it make you a better person. It made you a better person for that. And just like, I hate to say it, but people that are bullies in school are just one of those things that like you just kind of got to get over with life and just realize that school doesn't matter. I know that I believe that you're a younger person. I'm not sure what grade you're in. It doesn't really matter. But something that I want to put out there is that middle school and high school are something that will pass, and once you get out of it, stuff like that doesn't matter. You accumulate friends in high school, and some of those stay around and some don't. Some you may see 20 years down the road, some you may never see again. And it goes the same way with the bullies. The people who bully people in school are basically most of the time people who fizzle out with life and you never see again. So those are the kind of people you probably need to just push off. You know what? He's just a bully. He did some bad things to you, but you know what? You're a better person. You learn and you grow from it. Ooh, J-Dub is laughing. Yeah, tongue piercings should not hurt. I don't have one of those. Actually, I don't have any piercings. I have tattoos, but no piercings. That's weird. I like how the conversation just kept going with tattoos and piercings while I was doing the rambling on the flag. Bullies end up being ugly losers at 30. Boom. There you go. You only have one, J-Dub. I'm still guessing we're talking about tattoos. But anyway, again, once I want to say thank you so much to the Freddies, and especially Miss Freddie, for sending me this flag. Because, like I said, it would have been a while before I got Hong Kong's flag. And when I pulled it out, I was like, this is awesome. This is a very beautiful flag. So, again, thank you very much for taking time and money out of your life to send it to me. And it's very much appreciated. That's too cliche, Fizz Kid. See, I know a word now. I used to beat up bullies in high school. Well, I mean, I kind of get it, but that kind of makes you a bully to the bullies. So I don't know. 16 years old. I knew you were on the younger spectrum, you know, in this thing. But that's fine, man. But just trust me on this. And if I could talk anything of truth to you, is that high school doesn't matter. I know that it seems like it is your life, and right now it is. But once high school is over, 90% of the stuff that you learn and the people you know don't matter in life. I wish I could express that enough, but it's true. Again, thank you. I was bullied in middle school, was called Taco Head. Well, don't tell me that. All the bullies at my school went that way. See? Fizz Kid knows. I mean, I'm just trying to tell you. I know because I was in high school, and I wasn't bullied in high school, but I was bullied in middle school because I didn't quite grow into myself yet. I was kind of, you know, I liked, you know, the nerdy things, and I didn't have anybody to look up to. There was nobody out there that represented the nerd crew or anything like that. If you did, you were frowned upon by the jock or the big guy. And then as I hit high school, I hit a growth spurt and started liking, I mean, you don't have to do this. I'm not saying that you do, but I started liking the gym and liking working out and stuff like that. And I actually grew into myself to where the people who were bullying me, you know, I just sort of became, you know, not one of them, not a bully, but I kind of grew to the point where they just didn't mess with me anymore. And I think that that's one thing that you need to look at, is that eventually, even if you don't grow up like that, you will grow away from these people. I love tacos. There you go. I never get bullied to scare them with my bad puns. Yep, I only hang out one person from high school, Drew Baca. See, right there, Superman. Yeah, right, my name's Superman. Pop in right in the show just to say, right, I'm Superman. See, this guy right here, I mean, most of the people in here, and not calling anybody out, but most people are here are in their late 20s and mid 30s, somewhere in that range, and everybody in here can totally agree with me and back me up that high school really doesn't matter. It doesn't play many things into your current life and how you become a human being. I was popular kid in high school. Don't be bragging. I was bullied, but guess what? I now have bigger boobs than the flat ass bitches. See, I'm telling you, man, and I know. And my only hope to you or to anybody who is of the younger generation still in school, that you just look at your bully and just go, you know what? It doesn't matter, man, and just move on. I'm just telling you, man. I left school that was international school. It was a junior school when I was 8. Okay, all right, cool. I'm just letting you know, man. It's just one of those things you just got to brush it off and just don't worry about it, because it doesn't matter. And in life, and I don't consider school life, especially high school. High school is just sort of a phase, really. So you're 100% right. Well, it's true. It doesn't matter. But anyway, enough about high school. Kayla, man, I hope that honestly you're doing better. And you know what? Get that rib tattoo, man. Go for it. Don't forget about the older nerds. You know what I mean. I'm talking about the general consensus. You're talking about the older nerd, man. J-Dub's dad's hanging out here, and that dude's like, what, 150? Like, holy crap, that's my oldest nerd. It's teased a lot, but also moved a lot. 7 schools, holy crap. There's no middle school in the UK. That's right, because it's one schoolhouse, right? You just go in there, it's just like the same teacher for your entire life, mate. You're just like, hello, teacher, and the next you're like, hello, same teacher, hello, same classmates. You got to learn kindergarten stuff in the morning, and then you got to learn high school stuff at night. It's just the whole school is just one room schoolhouse. You'll be like, hello, we're going to learn about guns, or we're going to learn about popping people in the head with our big sticks. It doesn't matter, because it's England. Everybody loves everybody, and it's foggy. My bullet. What? I don't even want to read that again. Guess what? Beard is ordering me an NES. About damn time. I did cut the ponytail off one of my bullies in the hall. 160-year-old bro. I don't know how to do age. Math is not a subject that I enjoy. Fox had the desk I used to sit at. There you go. See, I knew it. Folks are intimidated by me because I'm 6'2" and a half. Confession, I'm a teddy bear afraid of tattoos. I had middle school. No, I didn't have no middle school. I was homeschooled. But governor is creative. But governor, it's creative. I totally read that right. Oh, push Essex boy. Oh, DMNK sign. I don't know why he's sighing. It's because I'm English living in Ireland. Well, that shouldn't change anything. I mean, you guys still talk really cool, just compared to the stupid Southerner on the TV. I love tall guys and teddy bears. This love connection is getting ridiculous. All right, guys, we are approaching the very end. You got to type it in how you see it. Moonshine and whiskey and a vaginal and dingleberry. One of them's going to move on. Which one's going to be? Let me open one more item this evening. While you guys are voting, going to wrap it up. But I did pick up this, and I didn't have time to do a lot of research on this, but I believe it's an original figure. But it's still it's in the bag, but it has some wear and tear on it, so it's not really in mint condition. But I thought it was really cool. There you go. Ugly uniforms, right, but they're skirts. And that's cool. Southern, I knew that was coming. Okay, Fatal, thank you so much. But you guys got to be wearing your Power Ranger outfit. I got to see the orange and the purple Power Ranger getting it on. Otherwise, it's not work. Vagina Dingleberry, you don't know how to capitalize, do you? Seriously. All right, so I did pick up, I believe that this is an original Pee Wee Herman figure. And I know, man. I'm a Pee Wee fan. That's what I said earlier. Pray for eggplant. Southern Belle, S95, Southern Belle Rogue. There you go. I'm going to tape it on VHS. But yeah, I basically picked it up because I don't think I've ever owned a Pee Wee figure. 1987. So that's how old this is. There's not a lot to it. His coat is in pretty rough shape. You can tell that whoever had it played with it, which is fine for me because it means that this toy was actually loved before it was discarded later in life. And it's really cool. The joints work really well. His arms stay up. And for something that's that old and obviously it was played with, it's actually in really, really good condition. The legs are a little loose in the joints, but it's just awesome to have a Pee Wee figure. And Pee Wee's awesome. There you go, Patrick. There you go. Southern Belle. That's a Southern Belle right there. And we called Power Ranger Regrets. Power Ranger Regrets Triple X. There you go. My first dog was named Pee-wee. See? Now it's the full circle coming back at you. But yeah, I did pick up a Pee-wee figure. I know that he probably does have some accessories and things. And when I was actually in Chicago, they actually had some Pee-wee figures still in the packages. And I'm like, ooh, I really want them. But they didn't have a Pee-wee figure. They had like the pterodactyl. They had Jambi. They had the lady. I can't remember her name offhand. But they didn't have Pee-wee. Otherwise, I would have bought them in the package. She's 100% Southern. That's right. Soul Reaper's got an H. I'm getting bollock in secondary school because I have friends, 6'2" and bigger. Me and nerds, too. I mean, rejects, damn auto type. There you go. Now I know what you're talking about. So anyway, there's the Pee-wee figure. He's pretty cool, and he's definitely going to be one of those guys that I hang out right up here on the front thing. What today magic word? Today's magic word is... Let's see. I like bollocks. I think bollocks come. Really young mommy? Awesome. Pretty, I saw a guy that looked and dressed like Pee-wee. So we followed him? Where did you follow him? That's crazy. On the 71, dislikes for Ghostbusters trailer. Good. It needs to continue that until they pull that thing off the shelf because it's going to bomb at the box office. We already talked about it. My cousin had the whole set. My friend actually had Pee-wee's Playhouse, and I was like, and then he got rid of it. I'm like, you're stupid. So stupid. Kayla, man, I'm sorry I missed the rest of your comment. I'm so sorry about that. But yeah, it is time to wrap up the Ultra Random Brawl. Let's find out who's going to be moving on. Sorry. It's all right, but I'm sorry I missed it. So who is going to be moving on? Moonshine and Whiskey or Vagina and Dingleberry? I hate you. All right, let the record be shown. Heroes, make a mark of this. I hate you all because it's tied again. You guys can't decide what you want to win. So now we got to wait. And I don't care if it takes all night. Send a pic of tattoo I would get on IG. Okay, I want to check it out. I really do. Fun fact, the guy who played the cowboy in Pee-wee's Playhouse is also... Yeah, I know. In the mail. You followed him in the mall. Oh, in the mall. That's creepy. That's really creepy. Especially if you're both dressed up like Freddy's or something like that. That's called stalking. See? She would know. If anybody in this chat would know anything about stalking, it's this lady right here. Have a great... Thursday, catch you Friday. I'm not going to be here Thursday. I'm going to be here Wednesday, and I'm going to be here Friday, and that's it. All right, fine. We got the final vote. Whatever. Thank you, guys. Thank you, one of you guys. I don't know who it was, but I had to wait for it. Oh! Vagina and Dingleberry move on in the finale. Oh! 21-20. Honestly, I can't believe that Whiskey and Moonshine beat. I cannot. That's crazy. I don't know who was the deciding vote. It looked kind of like it was Superman. I'm not sure. Somebody just pushed somebody over because it was tied right at the end, and we know there is no tiebreakers. That's not how we're doing the tag team round. Oh, Raven. No. See, that's what you get for voting late. This is always up. You should know how this stuff works. You've already been in here for a while. But anyway. So, there you go. Damn, it's Monday. Yeah, it's Monday. What? Seriously? Did you think it was Wednesday? What kind of drugs are you on, and why aren't you sharing? Thank you, everyone, for voting. Like I said, I have no control over this, but tonight we finished out the tag team rounds, and tonight a VHS tape and a thong beat out Cheese and Steak, and then just now a Vagina and a Dingleberry beat out Moonshine and Whiskey. Holy crap. That's crazy. That's right, I'm out. What up? Oh, man. That's crazy. I could not have done it. Deciding vote, hashtag sunglass. Hashtag chow chow, smoking cigarettes, sunglasses, I'm out. Kisses. But yeah, so that sets it up for the next round. So all the tag team people have moved on, and I will post it on Instagram as soon as I got it built. I'm probably going to build it tonight. And now, from there, we're not going to do that. We're going to build the wild card round. The wild card round is going to be the number one most votes not moved on is going to move to the wild card round. And tonight, it actually looks like probably Moonshine, Whiskey, Cheese, and Steak will actually move on because they only lost by a margin of 2. I'll have to do some math. Cigarettes and sunglasses. There you go. So anyway, we'll talk about that, and it's just going to basically be whoever had the closest votes and still didn't win are going to move to the wild card round. The wild card round is going to be very difficult to get out. Rocket League, not going to happen, man. RIP Eggplant, I'm sorry, man. You going to chat later? Well, not with you, you beard tripper. I gotta. No, I'll tell you the story later. It's absolutely hilarious. How it going, Lewis Spears? You guys have been here since the beginning. Thank you so much for popping in and hanging out for so long. I really do appreciate that, and I really don't. Sorry for ranting, Caleb. Never apologize for speaking your mind, especially in here. That's what this show is about, and that's what this is for. If you come in here and you're feeling down, tell me about it. I'll try to talk you up, try to get you through it, because life is just temporary at this point. It will get better for everybody, man. So if you're not feeling good, come on in. I'll try to make you feel better if I, mess up how you guys are saying it, because I am a tad bit dyslexic. I get some word backwards even when I'm not reading comments. But yeah, man, you're always welcome in here. You're always welcome to rant a little bit, especially if you're having a bad day, because nobody has 100% good days. Everybody's got some bad days from time to time. But Super Chick has got some weird little dippy dobs out down here. Tell guys who said hi. I definitely will. Of course, guys was not here tonight, but she definitely will be back on Wednesday. And here's a spoiler alert. I've got a quiz for her. So we're going to test that out and find out what's going to happen on Wednesday. And for those of you who weren't here on Friday's show, this Wednesday is my final Wednesday show. We talked about it on Friday, and basically it is during the summertime, I need some time off. I've got to have it, so you're getting a Monday show and you're getting a Friday show. But this week, we're getting a Wednesday show. It's going to be the finale of the Wednesday show, and hopefully, whenever like October and September and those months roll around, we'll bring back the Wednesday show. But for the entire summer, it's just going to be a Monday and Friday show. So we're going to start your week off, and we're going to end your week off, sitting you on the weekend just right. Nerdy's assembles as they write. Nerdy, take it for us! That's right, I will try. See, exactly, right there. Young Mommy said it just perfectly. Go Tam! Rest in Pepperoni Wednesday show. But, ladies and gentlemen, that is all for me. My name is Jizzy. This is The Nerdy Effect. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I hope you learned something new today. See you Wednesday.
It's a Nerdy Effect Trace Point Oh. 3.0. Trace Point Oh. Trace Point Oh. Beatbox. It's a Nerdy Effect. Trace Point Oh. Trace Point Oh. 3.0. It's the Nerdy Effect. Trace Point Oh. Not the dose. Not the dose. 3.0.
Fish stick will be here Wednesday.